what would be 3 fruits you would not recommend growing in a pot, and what are the 3 best fruits that grow in a pot?
I don't recommend growing papaya in a pot or banana because banana needs, you know, like, because they multiply. So we don't recommend papaya or banana.
Okay.
But other like mango, avocado, mamey, all of those you can grow in a pot. They will be just fine.
Okay, everybody, here we are at Excalibur Fruit Trees. And here's the sign. It's been there a long time. It's a day after the 4th of July. And so when you see a lot of mango fruit around, now you know why, because we're in the heart of mango season. Excalibur Fruit Trees, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Saturday, closed Sunday. And there's their phone number. I'll put the information below as well. We're going to do a little tour around here today. And look at some of these trees that they have and find out what's what. So we can see these long-term trees. So they sell trees here, but they have all these trees here that have been here a long time. So I wanted to get on camera today and show you all what these trees look like when they grow up big, if you let them. So we're going to get a little tour right now, and we'll tell you which one's which. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Here I am at Excalibur Fruit Trees. We're going to do a tour today of the place. I'm really excited. It is mango season right now, and this is one of the... Before I learned about all these places that I get mangoes from and trees from, this was the first place I knew about, and really wonderful. And they have all these mangoes here during mango season from the trees that they sell, and they're for sale here to the public. $4 a pound. So they have Kerry's, they have Harvest Moon, and just a whole bunch. Namduk Mais, Alfonso, Dot, Philippines. So the trees they sell, they have a whole bunch of trees. You can go to their website. I still use their website. They have a great list of tropical fruit trees on their website. I still use their website to just mark off the ones I have or the ones I want. And a good amount of trees I have came from this place. So we're going to look around today at their nursery. I'm also going to look at some of their established trees to show you what trees look like after many years of being in the ground. So here we go. Okay, so this is the entrance, and this is the main street right here. And this is a Kerry tree. So how old is this Kerry tree?
It's probably like 30 years old.
30 years old. So when they established this nursery, how old is the nursery?
The nursery is like 35 years.
35 years. So after 5 years of being there, they put these trees out in front. They put a Kerry tree.
Tommy Atkins.
Tommy Atkins. At the time, which was a nice mango, to now it's not the most popular one.
Jakarta.
A Jakarta tree. Wow. Look how big. And
Bombay.
Bombay. Yeah, we looked at that. Bombay.
And these two together are Glen.
These two are Glens?
Yep.
Okay, look how big they are.
And
all right.
The last one is the Hayden.
A Hayden, which back in the day, this was the main one. So, yep. But we saw the other ones, 30 years old, those trees. You know they're not the new varieties because this wasn't here that long ago. So, look, check out these palm trees, everybody. Some of them are in pots. What size pots are these?
100 gallons, 200 gallons. And we even have some of them in 300 and 500 gallons.
500-gallon pots. Wow, can we see a tree sometime today in a 500-gallon pot? Now, do the roots come out of the bottom or no?
In some of them.
In some of them.
So here's like the 25-gallon mangoes.
25-gallon mangoes. Those are bigger than 25 gallons. Those are 100 gallons, yeah.
All alone here on the fence.
Okay, so 1 second here. 100 gallon. 100 gallon. So how old is this tree?
That one is probably like 15 years old, 16 years old. Been in there.
It's been in here, and the roots don't come out of the bottom, no?
No, not on them because we keep on changing them. But if we leave them there, yeah, they will root.
What kind of tree is this?
That's Edward and Excalibur.
Edward and Excalibur and Okra. These are 100-gallon fruit trees. So you can grow trees in pots, everybody. 15 years. So you just keep upgrading this to
to every different size.
Look at this.
There's more here.
And you get a lot of mangoes off of all of these trees. So how much is that to Bombay here in a 100-gallon pot? How much is something?
100 gallon. This one is 65. The
65 gallon.
Yeah, the
Okay.
100 gallons are 1,500.
And how much are the 65 gallon?
65 or 700.
700. So you get mangoes off all these trees
All
here.
of these, and the 25 gallons are 250, and we get some mangoes. Not a lot on the 25.
So you don't get too much on the 25, but when you up them to like 40 gallons,
yes,
then you start getting.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is very possible to do. And do you hand water these, or does water get in here?
We got sprinklers.
Sprinklers. So you don't even. Okay. So you don't even need irrigation. You have sprinklers on these every day. Every day.
Every day, yeah.
Okay. How long do you think you keep the water on the ones in pots?
For 30 minutes. The sprinklers come on every day for 30 minutes.
Wow, this is amazing. So everybody, if you don't have space, you can grow in pots. Now, does it matter, the pots, I see you have them on the black cloth here. If you leave them on cement, does it get too hot or is it okay?
I think it will be too hot. You probably need to put it like in that or maybe in the grass.
Okay, okay. So keep that in mind, everyone.
Here's more, but those are like 65, you see? 45 gallons.
65 and 45 gallons.
We pick fruit out of those.
Okay. And do people buy these often, the bigger ones?
Landscapers, house owners.
Do you sell the pots here if people just want to get the empty pots? Do you sell those
No,
here?
the pots we don't sell.
Okay.
And this is an abu in the ground, and there's a fruit.
Wow, wow. Let's look at this, everybody. This is an abu. Is this from a seedling or a graft?
It's from a seed. There's another fruit on the other side.
There's an abu fruit right there. How old is this tree?
This tree been here, I think, like 16 years from a seed.
16 years from a seed. Wow.
But it's making fruit. Every year we get fruit out of it.
Wow. There's a bunch of fruit on here. So now, do you have grafted or seeded abu for sale here?
Only seedless. We don't have grafted ones.
Okay. And do you sell the fruit of this or you don't get enough to sell
No,
them?
we don't get enough.
Okay.
We use the seeds. And these are even more bigger size.
Wow.
Mango. These are 300.
Wait. That's a three. Let me.
That's a 300 gallon right there.
A 300 gallon pot.
Yeah, we get a lot of mangoes out of those. Those are $2,000.
$2,000.
You see the other one? They got a lot of fruit.
Look at that.
Cashew mango.
A cashew mango. Okay, look at this 300 gallon pot. And now, how difficult or how many people do you need to upgrade this to like a 400 gallon pot?
Oh, you need a machine.
A machine.
We use a machine. I mean, it's too heavy from the top. I don't think, maybe if you do like 10 guys, but I mean, we use machines. We cannot handle by hand.
So with the machine, does the machine just lift up the tree?
Yeah, just put a strap and pick it up and put it in it's like planting it in the ground, but putting it in another pot.
Wow.
I think we can handle 45 gallon, but once they get to 100 gallon, they're too big to handle by hand.
All right, very good to know. And so I don't see water on this. So where's the sprinkler system on this?
It's over there.
So okay, so that
thing
comes around and
There's
sprinkles
another one over there.
sprinkles these every day.
Every day.
Okay, a 200 gallon pot.
Yep.
No, 300. 300?
200.
200. Wow.
300s are over there.
And how long? How high can you go up? I mean, you got a 500 gallon pot? You said.
300.
300. And then how long after it's in the 300 you got to get it in the ground?
Probably you can live in a 300 for a couple of years, but then
How old was that tree that we just saw in the 300 gallon pot?
I think that one was cut up in the 300 gallon pot. Probably like we have it in there for like 8 years.
8 years. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and these are bigger ones. Like that's a flat 300 right there. That's a cockshaw.
A cogswall in a 300 gallon pot.
A flat one.
And when you say a flat one, what do you mean?
The pot is lower. You see the other ones are a little higher.
Is it better to be lower or
it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. Okay. And the roots, it has enough, that's not root bound. There's more than enough roots in there.
No, we can pick it up and
make sure. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, all of these are 200, 100, or 300.
So it's very possible to do this now. How often do you fertilize these?
These we do it every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Yeah, but the little ones you have to do it monthly. Yeah,
monthly
look at this
pot.
That's a wise mango.
A wise mango. Wow. Wow.
And that's a zeal.
Zero. What size pot is that?
That one is like a 500.
500-gallon
Yes,
pot.
it's pretty big.
Wow. And it's loaded with mangoes.
Yep.
Wow. Now these trees you let grow, do you keep them, do you prune the trees or no?
We prune them every 4 years. We don't trim them every year.
But if somebody wanted to in their backyard, they could?
Yeah, they
Okay.
can prune it. Mm-hmm.
So they get less mangoes, but still enough for their own personal use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, here's a Cushman, all of these different mangoes.
Yeah. And this is the Meili apples. The white one. See all the fruit drop?
Wow, let me show them
Pick
here.
the fruit. Meili apple. This is
Malay apple.
Jamaican people like.
Yes, and what size pot that's in? Like
That's a 300.
300.
That's a white one.
Wow. And there's the fruit on the ground that they hadn't picked yet. Wow, so this is very possible to do, everybody. And why do you not have them in the ground? Because you plan is to sell them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
To sell them. We have some stuff that we didn't have time to pot up, so they did a root bound like this mango here.
Let's look at that one. So that one.
We didn't have a chance to change it from the pot. So now that one is root bound.
That one, when you say root bound, it's not root bound. The roots got in the ground.
Yeah, so it's
okay.
Moving it might get a chance of killing it.
Oh, because it's already in the ground. And what tree is that?
That's a little mango. It's called Magnifica. It's a little mango.
Magnifica. Okay, so they put this in the ground in the pot, but they forgot, or they for whatever reason they didn't up-pot it, and it went into the ground. And how old is this tree?
This one is probably like 30 to 40 years old.
Wow.
You see, it's a full-grown tree. It's like.
Well, those trees that are in the ground that are not root bound, you can't lift up the pot. So how do you know when it's time to upgrade to another pot?
They know when to pot them up.
Okay, because you can't just move them up and check under there.
Once they see they're pretty big for that pot, they pot them up.
Okay, but this one got through. Wow, look at that. So now that one's in the ground.
Yep, and there's the store fruit on section. See all the store fruits next?
Oh yeah, right there. So you could do this with every tree. Look at this star fruit that's loaded right here in this pot. Wow. So every fruit tree, not just mangoes, can be grown in pots, right?
Yep, every fruit tree.
There you go, everybody. And let's say from a 25-gallon pot to like a 40-gallon pot, you can get 10 years out of a tree, right?
Yep.
Right.
So this is all the star fruit trees.
Here's star fruit trees in the pots. So these are the bigger trees. If somebody was coming and looking.
And these are the tamarins.
Tamarins in a pot?
Yeah,
look at those.
Full-grown,
wow.
making fruit.
Full grown making fruit. Wow. And how easy or hard is it to move those? You need the machine once they get...
you need the machine once they get this big.
So once they get more than 45, then you need the machine pretty much.
And this is where the graft, you see they're grafting mangoes. This is mango season right now.
There's all the grafting.
Into the turpentine.
Turpentine rootstock, okay. Do you do different types of grafts or one special graft?
One, I think. And
do you know what type of graft they do or you don't know?
That I don't know.
Okay.
And these are big jujube trees.
Wow, look at these.
Nothing small, only that size. Big jackfruit trees.
Jackfruit's in the pot, look at that.
Yep.
And they grow fine and they fruit in the pot.
There's one with fruit over there. See, making fruit over there.
Oh yeah?
And there's one with a lot of fruit right here. That's like 3 fruit, look, 4 right there.
Oh wow, look at that. And you just use the sprinklers on these.
Yep.
For how long do you leave the sprinklers on?
For like 30 minutes. And this is the mameis.
Mameis in pots. Wow. Look at all those mameis. Which mamey is that? Do you know?
I think this one is a Lorito. And that's a Florida.
Mameis in pots. Wow.
In bigger pots.
Is there any advantage or disadvantage to growing it in a pot, in your opinion?
Well, eventually you have to put them in the ground.
Eventually,
So,
but
eventually.
maybe 10, 15
Yeah,
years.
15
Okay.
years. Yeah. But I mean, if you can grow in a pot, you can.
And you can get fruit.
You can get, yeah, we get a lot of fruit. Look, all the fruit there.
Wow.
We get to pick all the fruit.
Is it more work to keep the trees okay in a pot or not necessarily?
No, not necessary.
And once they get this big, you only fertilize like every couple of months,
Like
3, 4 months.
Yeah, and that's a jackfruit in the ground.
Jackfruit in the ground. Do they grow faster when they're in the ground?
Yeah, because the roots have room to plant. Yeah, and they fruit faster, I think, and they fruit more.
Okay, but they still get fruit in a pot, but they fruit faster in the ground.
Longans.
Longans in a pot.
See, they're fruiting.
Wow, look at that.
That's the longan.
Look at all that fruit on this longan. Wow.
More jackfruit.
What size pot is that?
That's a 200-gallon.
Jackfruit in a 200-gallon pot. So when somebody buys these, you have to deliver them in a truck, or do they pick them up?
And this is the cecropias. See, they're fruity.
Wow, yeah.
They grow like a weed. Cecropias, I think, is better in the ground because they do
root bound.
Yeah, fast because they grow so fast.
Can you keep them shorter as well?
Yeah, these are the macadamia nuts. See?
In pots. Wow. Now, if you keep them trimmed, that doesn't necessarily trim their root system. It still their root system will still grow. So you still have to up-pot them if you keep them trimmed.
And this is the mulberries. We have some Pakistan mulberries, some green mulberries.
Now, are you using any special dirt in the pots, or just regular potting soil?
Regular potting soil.
Nothing special.
Nothing
okay.
special.
How often do you have to add more soil? Only when you up pot, or sometimes?
Only when we up pot. Sometimes, but not the whole time.
Now, do you find that the animals, like the raccoons and stuff, bother the potted plants less than the ones in the ground, or not necessarily?
When they're just pot up, I think they do bother because they look for like warmth in on the soil or something.
Sure.
And this is the sick flower tree.
Yes, with the spikes coming out.
And this is the sausage tree. It hangs down. They put a sausage and then a very nice flower. There's the flower by having opened up. It's like red.
Now, obviously you can do coconuts in pots as well?
Yep.
How big a pot on a coconut before it starts getting coconuts?
Probably 100 gallons.
100 gallons.
Yeah, I think a 45 or a 65 it's small. They have to have at least 6 foot of wood before they start making.
Now, do those root bound easily, the coconuts, because the roots are more wild?
Yeah, they got wild. And here's the avocados. See?
Okay, avocado. Look at that, everybody. Avocados in the pots. And how often do the avocados, do they fruit quicker?
Yep, they fruit quick in the pot.
So what's the different size of avocados before they'll get some fruit? Maybe 40 gallon they'll get
25 have fruit, and then 45, yeah. 15 gallon may have like 2 or 3 fruit, but 25 they make a lot of fruit. Like these are 25s. You see a lot of fruit on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a 25. See?
Yeah,
there's
look
fruit
at that.
on it. There. And there's a 15 gallon, but they just have a few fruit.
Okay.
Yep, and then we're gonna go to this is one side. Now we go to the other side. And right back here is mostly palm trees. Like
palm trees.
A lot of palm trees and Royal Ponciana.
Now, when they started the nursery, was it the goal to do fruit or ornaments?
It was fruit.
Fruit, okay.
Yeah.
And how many acres is the nursery?
It's 18 acres.
18 acres.
Yeah, that's why we need a golf cart to move around.
Now, did it start out as 18 acres, or did you add on?
They started with 2 acres. Now they went by and by and by, yeah.
Of all the things you sell here, what's the most popular fruit?
Citrus is the most sell, like
citrus,
lemon and lime.
Really?
Everybody wants those. And then I think the next one will be avocados and mangoes and jackfruits.
Well, citrus doesn't grow great out here.
Yeah, but people want them. That's the wax jambu.
Wax jambu in a pot.
They come in all different colors. That's the white one. They come in pink or red.
So what's the most popular variety of mango that's requested by people to buy?
The one that everybody buys is the Kerry. Carries for some reason. And that's another avenue on a pot, and there's a fruit up there.
Wow.
This is the Lang Lang.
Oh, Lang Lang tree,
Yep,
yes.
flowering.
And what's the most popular avocado?
For the Spanish people is the super Hass because they like the Mexican one, but for like American people they like the big chocolate or Razzle. Yep, this is another wax bamboo. This one is the rose apple. We have some bamboos, but only in big size, and some coconut trees on 25 gallons.
Wow. So the majority of trees here, there are many in the ground, but the majority are in pots.
Yep.
Ready to be sold when people are
Yep.
looking for something big.
And there's the ice cream beans over there. And this is the Java place, the Jaburicabas.
Wow, wow.
See? Everybody wants. Like,
Wow.
this is a
What's
500 gallon.
500 gallon
This tree here is 6,000. This tree is probably like 40 years old because they grow so slow. Jaburicabas.
And would somebody really buy that?
Yeah, we have
$6,000?
some people that will come. And those are dragon fruits, the pink on pink.
In the
See?
pots.
Yep,
And they fruit in the pots.
Yep, they do. See?
And all of this is done with a sprinkler
The
system.
sprinklers, yeah, we got sprinklers.
On top of the ground.
Here we got higher sprinklers because the trees are a little higher. So the sprinklers are higher and they come and they heat the top.
Okay.
But for the Jaburicaba, you do need a lot of water. So our sprinkler system for them, that's why they don't fruit heavy because these ones can stand on water. So our sprinkler doesn't give it enough water.
Yeah. Any other trees other than the Jabos that need that much water?
Bananas. Bananas love water in like shady areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you grow bananas in pots as well?
Yep, we have some bananas back there and over there we have some bananas.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of bananas.
And here's the Cecropia.
Cecropia again, yeah, and fruiting. And
Yep. There's
the worm fruit.
Here. Yeah.
Amazing. So this is it's called a worm fruit. It looks like a worm. And it's a Cecropia.
It's real sweet.
Yep. And of course they have smaller
trees.
3 gallons is the smallest?
Yeah, these are mulberries, smaller size, smaller mangoes. A few flowering stuff. We have like a few flowering trees.
Do you do any on the mango seedlings, or are they all grafted on the mangoes?
They're all grafted. We got some big lychees.
Lychees in the pots.
Yep.
Wow. They don't fruit though in the pot.
No, lychees. You know, lychee fruit whenever they want to. Not even in the ground, they don't fruit.
Yeah.
Noni trees, Cambuca, family with the Jaburicaba.
Do you have problems with the mite on the lychees here?
Yeah, but we've been spraying and all that, so we're under control. We don't have any mites right now. Yeah, and this is the Hong Kong orchids. See, they're pretty big.
Oh, wow.
This you need in the ground because the roots grow like
really fast. They are.
More jackfruit.
Look at this jackfruit. Look at this. Wow. What size pot is this?
This one is 65 gallon. You see, this one needs to be like in a 200 gallon, but we didn't pot it up.
So
that one over there too. Look, you see the roots?
Oh yeah.
So some of these are like we cannot plant them no more because the roots went in the ground.
So if you cut the taproot, then you kill the tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we just gonna leave them there.
And what is that one?
That one is a Dan Rachin. It's a red jackfruit.
Wow.
It's one of the old kinds, but it's very good.
Wow. So that pot needed to be upgraded.
Yeah.
Now, is it a problem? So once that happens, you're gonna leave it there. Do you eventually cut out the pot, or do you just leave?
And leave it there.
So if you cut out that pot, is it gonna expose the roots, or is it gonna be just fine?
It's gonna be fine. The roots are already in the ground.
So once the roots are established, the trees okay. Wow. So they're gonna leave that there. So if you're gonna plant in pots, just make sure you stay up on them.
Cutting it up. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, like this one here too. Like there's no way. See?
Yeah. Wow.
If we move it, we just gonna kill it. So
Look at all that. Wow.
it's got too big.
And you shouldn't put these on cement because
Yeah,
too
it's
hot.
too hot. It's
Okay.
too hot. They don't. Yeah, and this is called Big Nick. They turn red. They're very sweet and sour, but they're not ready yet.
Okay. There's another jackfruit. Banana.
Yeah, jackfruit, and then we also have a few Frenchy pennies, but they drop the leaves, so a lot of people don't like them.
Wow. Now, do you ship trees in the mail or is it all?
No, they don't do any shipping with no trees or fruit.
Okay. And you do wholesale and retail here?
Oh, right now it's just retail.
Just retail.
And there's
Figs?
figs, and the big trees over there, with the little yellow fruit. That's the lemon drop mangosteen.
Where's that?
Straight.
Straight. Okay. Yeah.
Straight down.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Yep, and then some passion fruit, some grape, more mango.
So what would be what would be 3 fruits you would not recommend growing in a pot, and what are the 3 best fruits that grow in a pot?
I don't recommend growing papaya in a pot or banana because banana needs, like, because they multiply. So we don't recommend papaya or banana.
Okay.
But other like mango, avocado, mameis, all of those you can grow in a pot. They will do just fine.
Good to know. Okay.
Yeah, this is an Alfonso mango.
Wow.
We get fruit out of it. And here's some big, that's an ugly berry.
Wow, so what size is that?
That's a 300.
That's a 300.
And these
Wow,
are
ugly
big,
berry, look
big,
at that.
More yaburicaba.
So now the pot's in the ground there.
Yeah.
So explain to us what's happening with that one.
My boss decided to leave them in the pot if he decided them to pull them out, so he just buried them in the pot.
So can you pull that out,
Yeah.
or is it already in the ground?
I think the yaburicabas will be fine. We can pull them out, but if he put another tree, like let's say a cicropia, he wouldn't because they would destroy the pot and just take over. They put too many roots. But yaburicabas are good. Their root system is not, like aggressive wild. So all of these, when we want to pull them out, we can pull them out.
Wow.
And here's we have some canistels. And more canistels. Canistel also fruits on a pot. You can leave it in a pot. June plum. It will fruit on a pot too. Hot plum. That one put a big root, so that one is better in the ground.
Okay.
And this is more the mealy apple.
What about white sapote? Those are big trees. How do they do?
They do good in a pot too.
They do.
We don't have any right now of the white sapote. We have a few bougainvilleas.
No white sapote at all?
We only have one big one in a big 100-gallon.
Oh, but no small one?
Not right now. Maybe in the future we're out of the small one.
I've got a good amount from here of the white sapote.
Yep, and then we're back in the front where we started with the big.
And then back there's all the big trees.
And that one right there is a fiddly fig. See, it looks like a fig, but it's not edible. But it makes a nice shade tree. So this is our place.
And how often do you recommend, if they're in a pot, that can you move them as much as you want, or?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
And this is a sapodilla. They've been here for like 40 years. That's
Alano
an Alano
sapodilla.
sapodilla.
Wow.
It fruits like 4 times a year.
Now, if that was in a pot, it wouldn't have grown as big?
Nope, it's in the ground, so that's why. And then in front here, that's Harvest Moon. That's my best favorite mango. So
Harvest Moon.
hmm
Okay.
And then some citrus up there.
And some citrus. So citrus, how does citrus grow here at the
They
nursery?
do good, but you need to do the spraying, like the copper every month, the greens, the 7. So you can grow citrus, but it's just a lot of work. Like a mango, all you need to do is fertilize and water it. This, you need to do the spraying, fertilize, and water.
Okay, and what about these big trees in the background? Are those all in pots or in the
All
ground?
in the ground. That's the first one straight is Gary, and then Excalibur, Edward, Valencia with all the
Wow.
fruit, and Zeal. And the tree up here in the front, that's the black supporter.
Wow.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Thank you for showing us
You're
around
welcome.
here. That's so beautiful. All right, everybody, get on out here. The contact information is below. Excalibur Fruit Trees. And this is their main area. Again, this is where they have all that extra fruit that's growing on these trees. They sell them all here. And you can come here during mango season, $4 a pound, and you can get all this mango fruit. They also have jackfruit from their trees as well. So definitely check it out. This is the area here with all of the 3-gallon mangoes. Look, so many. This is the biggest nursery around. Beautiful. All right, everybody, check this out. This was been an amazing tour, something I'm super excited about. I have another video, I'll put a link below, of a man who's growing so many fruit trees all in pots. And this today shows you that it's possible. And even if you get 10 or 15 years out of a tree before it has to go in the ground, you could either sell it or maybe get a spot in the ground. But at least you're getting fruit for, let's say it takes 7 years to get some fruit. But from between 7 and 14 years, that's 7 years of fruit that you're getting that you wouldn't get otherwise. Excalibur Fruit Trees, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Their website, I'm going to put the link below the video. Again, they have a great list of all the trees they have, and just probably most the complete list out there. And it's good to check off the ones you tasted or didn't taste. Love this place. Love these trees. Love this fruit. Excalibur Fruit Trees, great nursery. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Put your comments or questions below. If you have or know of a nursery they want me to come review or film, let me know. My email's below. And if you just have a yard and you're growing fruit and you'd like me to come on out, I'd love to come film. So just give me a contact. Until then, everybody, thank you for watching. Have a great day and keep growing.